Hello and welcome, Mr. Ritesh Khokhar. I am Reshma from ICA app, and we are grateful to have discovered you and to meet with you, and also to get to know about your journey as an educator, as an entrepreneur in music industry in a way that we have not met anybody else like you in India. So my first question right away is, tell us about your ongoing endeavor with charanga.in, where you are building a world-class curriculum in music learning. More than 12,500 schools across 64 countries have adopted the curriculum and integrated it in their regular curriculum. In India, what has been your experience and what exactly are you doing? This is fantastic. And what I understand is you are bringing in music in mainstream education system. Please tell us about your initiative.
Thank you so much for a very warm introduction, and pleasure is all mine. So about the charanga, so this has been on my mind for good 2 decades. So I've been thinking about, what is the music education going on in the schools like? And obviously we have all studied in schools here, and we all have memories of our music classes. The reason why I'm a musician is because of my music teacher at the school. He was a sitar player and he inspired, and I followed the suit, and all those things happened. But most of the students are not getting any music education in the schools right now. What is happening is, in a school, typical school, what happens is there are 40 kids in one class or 30 kids in one class. They go into a music classroom, and the teacher is really scanning for musically inclined or musically talented students. Yes. And they get those 4, 5, 7 students, they put their eyes on, they separate them out, they train them, they put them on the stage for the school. They represent the school, they win awards and trophies and everything. But the remaining 35 students, or whatever the remaining strength, 80 to 90% of the strength of the class, is practically ignored. So the way, if I would think of it, if we were to teach chemistry in the same way, if we show an experiment to a child, they'll be like, this professor came, he mixed 2 liquids in some glass containers, and it turned color. And that is not really understanding chemistry, right? That is how the music is being taught. If you go into a class, they teach you how to sing a song, you sing a song, and you go back home. But you don't know anything about the song. You don't know anything of the building blocks of music, so to say. The core elements of music are not even introduced to those kids. True. Now, we all study all kinds of subjects like science, maths, English. Doesn't mean that everybody is going to be a doctor or an engineer. But we do study all of these subjects to a certain level where we learn, understand, and at least appreciate how deep that subject runs, right? Right. But music is not being taught in that fashion. And what we are doing, what Charanga has been doing for the last 25 years, is just that. So they have what we call the general music education program. And general music education is not teaching music directly. It is not instrumental vocals training. It is teaching about music through singing, through games, through activities. So at the end of the day, we are developing a literate audience. So the kids, when they pass out after doing this program, they will know what is melody, what is harmony, what is rhythm, what are different genres of music like rock, pop, jazz, funk, even what is thumri, what is khayal, and what is Bollywood music. They will have a broad understanding of all of these things. And they will be able to musically appreciate much better music, and they will demand better music from the industry. And obviously all the music schools in our country, which are considered the unorganized sector, they will have a lot more people taking up music more seriously, even as a life skill, even if not professionally. True. So that is, I think this is going to impact the whole industry the way it runs. It impacts Bollywood music producers, it impacts singers, it impacts music schools, because it's directly impacting the consumers of music. Absolutely. So that's the idea.
Wow, fantastic. Yes, I mean, that is what most musicians, I mean, the good musicians who are the performers, we also complain that we don't get enough, listeners of classical concerts, because people don't know how to appreciate, like you said. See, they have to understand the core foundation. So yes, I mean, you are getting at the foundation of the problem and solving it from there, which is great. And congratulations, and wish you all the best to take it worldwide. And we should have more informed and musically educated children. Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to add a little more to this, because this I think is the most important aspect of our interview today.
Please.
So we have a tie-up with the ISME, which is ISME, International Society for Music Education,
Okay,
and we
wow.
have tie-up with the LACM, Los Angeles College of Music, and both these organizations are going to be feeding into the development of this program.
Hmm.
And we are also bringing on board a fantastic new program to India, which is called the Music for Little People.
Hmm.
This is something that I was involved in back in 2014, 15, 16, around that time.
Hmm.
And we tried getting the program off the ground, but we did not have a platform like Charanga. So
Hmm.
scaling and delivering it to masses was very difficult. Now
Hmm.
we have that. So I've gotten back in touch with those people. Karen
Hmm.
Dickinson is the lady who started that program. And we are now developing a music introduction to music program for 2 years old, 2 to 4
Wow.
years old. So play schools will have this platform, and typically they don't have music teachers in those play schools,
They
and they
don't.
will not
Yeah.
need one. They will not need one with this platform because songs are professionally recorded with animations and activities are, and the lesson plans and everything is clearly defined that even an
Hmm.
English teacher can easily carry out for the kids. So their music
Yes.
journey with music will start as early as 2 years old now.
Hmm.
That is one thing. And one really important factor about what really sets the Bridge to Music apart. So Bridge to Music is the name of the curriculum that we are making in India. And it
Hmm.
is not a copy paste of what is happening in US, UK, and just copy paste in India. It is not going to
Okay.
work. We have to localize the curriculum and make
Yes.
it like, accessible and relatable and contextual to India. Only then
Hmm.
it works. And what we are doing for that is Natalie Sarrazin, Professor Natalie Sarrazin. She is the one who is heading the whole program development. She has authored many books on the Indian music scene. She's an ethnomusicologist. So for
Okay.
people who don't know what is ethnomusicology, they are basically research scientists in music,
Hmm.
right? What they
Yes,
do
I
is they
know. Yes,
collect
yes.
music. Yeah, you know this. Great. So what we are doing is we are collecting folk music from different parts of the country and
Hmm.
making it available across the country. So somebody who's taking up our program in, say, Telangana could be
Hmm.
learning a Punjabi song or a Nagamese song, understanding about the culture of these regions. And obviously, they will be, it's arts integrated. So they might be learning a concept of maths or science while they're learning that song, also learning about the culture of the region where the song belongs to, and learning something about music as well by the side. So it's completely arts integrated, and it is based on the roots of ethnomusicology. So it's really exciting times because we are recording songs in different languages every day, and it's just
Wow.
amazing. The whole development is so amazing for us, and I just really hope
Yes.
that a lot of schools take this up very soon.
True, true. In fact, since I have learned music, this word ethnomusicologist, I came to know about this very late. So as a school kid, I didn't know. But yeah, we need more such people as well. So in India, one last question in this thread: which board or which particular school has implemented this?
So the British school Delhi has been using this for a while. They were
Wow.
using the charter, and a lot of IB schools are in talks with us, and international schools will
Mm.
take it up very easily because it is already running in 70% of the schools in the UK are using Charanga. So the content is
Mm.
completely in line with all the IB schools and the international, the Cambridge schools, IB schools. They can literally just take it up because it's copy paste from the UK program.
Mm.
But the other schools now, right now, we are just reaching out to a lot of schools, and let's see how soon.
Mm.
We just started to offer it right now.
Yeah,
So July is
perfect.
when we starting that.
Okay, wow. Wish you all the best. Okay,
Thank you.
great. It sounds exciting, and the way you are saying it, I mean, it takes a lot of research and hard work and effort. It's not a cakewalk. So wish you all the good luck.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Next question. Piano Man Jazz Club is a popular live music venue in New Delhi that I am aware of. You have recently hosted an event there for your student at Bridge Music Academy, which is your music school. Please tell us, how do you select such students who get such fantastic opportunities?
So we believe that music doesn't have to be very complex to be performable. So
Hmm.
the kids who go up and play, we have all levels of kids, like, from somebody who's been learning for just 6 months to somebody who's an advanced player at a diploma standard kind of a musician. All those
Hmm.
kinds of musicians are given this opportunity, and our only criteria is that they need to be able to perform the music that they have chosen with conviction, with expression, with
Hmm.
complete command. It is not that they're struggling with the music on stage. That is not fun for the audience. So
Yes.
they have to be one with the music. They have to be able to perform it in a good flow and
Hmm.
effectively. They should have a sense of communication to it. There has to be a sense of storytelling about that music. And anybody and everybody who's able to do that, they get a chance on that stage. Yes.
Absolutely. I like the fact that you mentioned there has to be an element of storytelling in their music. This is something I wrote. I self-published my one book last year. My book
Uh-huh.
was all about that. Like the communication in arts and entertainment. How well you communicate. You may be an Indian classical performer on stage. You may be a guitarist, but how you engage with audience and put in that storytelling element. So yeah, we'll come to that. So last but one question to you is, these days I see that you are creating educational content on your YouTube channel. What was the inspiration behind that, which is actually fantastic? So what inspired you? I mean, amidst all of your grand efforts and endeavors, creating YouTube content is a small thing, but you're so passionate about it. Tell us your inspiration behind it.
So I've been teaching for 25 years, and I've been very fortunate. In India, access to quality music educators is very limited, right? And I've learned it the hard way, but fortunately, I've had access to some fantastic teachers in my journey with music. And my students actually have been pushing me for good 10 years that, sir, please put your content out there, because what we learn from you, we first find on the YouTube, we don't find it, then we come to you. And the
True.
way you explain it is very unique, and it's very easy to understand. Like Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it enough. So because you have really taught that concept for years and years, and you have done hard study and research into it, you need to really put your content out there for the audience. And that's what I've been doing. They were the inspiration. My students were the inspiration. They've been pushing me, guiding me. Sir, you need to use this hashtag. Sir, you need to do this, that. So it's really inspiring. And my students are really inspiring. They're pushing me for it. And these days, obviously, I'm really neck deep into curriculum development, but still I'm taking out whatever time I get and just keep posting content out there. So to keep up with the audience.
Yeah, perfect. And thanks to your students as well for pushing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, last but not the least, as we know, as we were talking, you have been educating into teaching music for the last 25 years. You are an avid musician yourself. You play the guitars and piano, and you had your own band. You opened for Farhan Akhtar at IIT Delhi event sometime back
Yeah.
in the days. Please tell us about that little moment. How was the feeling
So
and experience?
we played at the IIT Delhi. This is the Rendezvous, which is their annual festival. Farhan
Yes.
Akhtar was the main act, and we were the band before them. The band that
Okay.
I was playing with that time was called Bandish. So
Hmm.
we were playing Hindi rock, and I've been representing ROLAND for last 12 years now. So ROLAND is obviously a very fantastic instruments brand, and I endorse their pianos in India. So
Okay.
we were there, and it was an electrifying moment, really. We performed to 12,000 people packed in a space which typically holds 9,000. So you can
Hmm.
imagine it is
Okay.
also packed. And the way, obviously, the band is so seasoned, it's full of seasoned musicians that time.
Hmm.
And the person who played on the Rockstar movie, he was
Hmm.
the bass player with us. He played on the
Wow.
original movie score as well. And Christopher Powell, the drummer, he's recorded with Shubham Mudgalji, and he was playing with Euphoria for 8 years. So it's a very, very seasoned set of musicians that I was playing with. And it was absolute pleasure to play for the crowd.
Perfect.
Like it
Oh my God. And
was
how
the
old were you
experience.
then? You were also very young, right?
I'm not very young. If I've been teaching for 25
No,
years,
no, no,
obviously
no.
20.
Then during that time, that opening
So
for.
I was like 35.
Acha, acha, you had been performing and playing.
Yes, yes. I've been playing for 30 years now. So
Ah,
I
ah.
opened, in fact, my band opened for Parikrama for the very first show in 1991. That's how long I've been
Acha.
performing.
Wow. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm sure these are very, I mean, nostalgic moments also. These inspire kids and also inspire people like me, always have a sense of wonder. Okay, great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Ritesh, for talking to you. We will stay in touch.
pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Take care.